Right, we're live. Hello.
Hopefully.
Can you hear us?
Right.
Okay, who do we have? So, hi Phil,
And Irina.
Sevdalina, and
TJ.
Gideon. Hi.
Right.
Hi everybody. So, can you hear us? First of all, our stats say that you can.
Our stats say that we can.
Yeah.
We can. They can. Can you?
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hi.
You two sound okay. Brilliant.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So it's great to have you all here. How are we doing on this gloomy day?
Well, I'll tell you how it is. It's 5 o'clock. We've got a light on in the van. It is cold and dark outside, but we're warm in here. So
Yeah. Got an electric heater. We haven't done anything with the heating yet.
no.
Yeah.
Have you finished the van yet? No.
No. No, we haven't. Working on it. Okay. Yeah, so we just thought that we'll jump on live and just have a chat, a Q&A, because actually today's video that was supposed to be today is not completely done.
In fact, it's just sitting over there drying at the moment.
Yeah. So yeah, and I thought, well, why not make the day more exciting? It's raining anyway. Instead of fighting with the van in the rain, just sit in it. So yeah.
Right.
What do we have?
Crap rainy day, meant to be finishing the kitchen off, but the weather is awful.
Who said that? I can't see it.
There.
Oh,
over
hi.
next to her.
Yeah, hi.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we should have been doing stuff today, and the wind outside was just terrible, so we decided against it. Hi guys, followed yours through van build. Thanks for some great ideas.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's great to have you here.
I'm glad our videos are making sense and helping people.
How come we don't do lives more often?
Well, we used to do lives about a year ago, and then this webcam's just been hiding away in the cupboard for a year.
I don't know. I mean,
I guess it's just because the van is usually such a mess that we can't set up the stage ready. Plus, the blackboard now at the back really helps with the backdrop and the ivy.
Yeah. I guess also there's more of you guys now, so we have so many new subscribers around. So welcome to everybody who's new here, and you know, so it's great. It's just it's nicer to have a chat with people. So now we can do them more often if you like them.
Yeah, if this is something you'd like to see more often, we can definitely take the effort to set up the studio again and do it more often.
Though honestly, before it was quite largely how much of a task it was to set up the station.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, we're like on a giant pillows and just sinking into blankets and stuff.
Or we're building the van.
Or we're building the van. So yeah.
Right. Hi Ian.
Hi. Hello everybody.
Right. Cool. So
I'm just reading through the comments. If I go all blank and stuff, I'm just trying to catch up with everybody's saying.
Okay, so we have a couple of questions that people have been asking us, messaging us, tweeting, Facebooking, whatever. So we've got a few. If you've got any more questions that you want to ask us about the van build, about life, about alternative living, anything
basically
to do with that.
What you're doing now, just keep doing it.
Yeah, and we'll note them down and we'll try and get through them all.
Okay. Carry on talking while I read. I'm a slow reader, okay? So if you want you read, I'll think.
Okay. I thought to myself, do you have any plans about where you want to go if we're ever allowed to go anywhere again?
Well, we would love to go somewhere. We actually more immediate plans, because we have so many future plans. But we wanted to go kind of this month somewhere. Yeah,
we really, about 2 weeks ago, in one of our moments off from working on absolutely everything, we decided, before the lockdown started here in the UK, by the way, if you're not from the UK, there's a lockdown here now, so we can't actually travel
anywhere. It's probably lockdown there too.
Wherever it is. Wherever you are, probably. Yeah. Unless you're New Zealand, in which case, very lucky. But yeah, we thought about going somewhere for a day, literally the week before lockdown, and
then lockdown came, and basically, like, because we're getting kind of burnt out from kind of doing the van build continuously. We haven't really stopped for maybe 3 months or so, maybe 4. I lose track. See, I'm completely burnt out. But the moment that we all kind of realized that, hold on, we need to kind of put the brakes on this a little bit and actually go out for a day. Lockdown came. So maybe we'll go after lockdown.
Yeah. I mean,
so that would be what, December?
Yeah.
But then everybody might flood out for the 2 weeks of freedom we may get.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But we do want to go somewhere. We really are desperate to go somewhere, just anywhere.
I mean, and actually we are going to be, we are doing our heating.
Yeah.
And we've bumped it up as a priority because we really want to go somewhere with the van.
It's pretty much on pre-order at the moment.
Yeah, we're just waiting on a quote. So as soon as we get the heating sorted, that means that we can go out with the van before it's completely finished.
Yeah.
So obviously we want to take a few trips sort of around the UK, and then as soon as we feel comfortable, we'll go to Europe as well. To just wander about. We have no plans. Apart from that, I guess. But yeah. Okay.
No lockdown in Bulgaria. Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
I know. We'll go to Bulgaria and then it will be fine.
I've heard that Bulgaria is pretty lax about matters.
Such pain to go live. Building, editing, all that just takes it out of you. I'm always getting moaned at for not going live. We've never got moaned at for not going live, although I guess
Until now.
But
we don't usually go live, so that's why. So.
But we always get moaned at that we're doing something wrong. So
yeah,
it's all fine.
It's okay. We can't get everything right, but it definitely takes a lot of effort. I mean, we're actually thinking today, like, how many things do we actually have on our bucket right now, and so many things are being left behind. Because both of us work full-time, and then we're full-time building, and we're doing the videos every week, or try and do it on a clockwork, and then building other extracurricular businesses on the side, because we have many ideas in the works.
We'll get into that in a bit.
And then there's also you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to do something other than all of the crazy mad projects going on, because otherwise you forget why you're doing it.
You also have to be respectful of all the neighbours running the table saw at 10 p.m. at night. Well,
we stop by 9. And we only do it until 9, and if there's like an absolute emergency.
Getting out bathroom door next weekend, going away for a week, stay away from people, just stay in the van, we're sick of the house. Oh yeah. Would be wonderful.
What happened to the amazing chalkboard drawing? I had to rub it out because I accidentally scratched the door, so I had to fix it.
So we had to repaint the whole door.
And I had to repaint it. And I was thinking of doing another one for the live stream, but then I ran out of time because setting up took longer than expected. So now we have some fake ivy.
Yeah.
And a nice label behind us.
The rain has joined us.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have any requests, what you want me to draw, I'll go ahead. I'll try it out. Nothing inappropriate, please. You'll not succeed there.
Hi guys, watching from Italy.
Hi.
Welcome from Italy. I'm sure the weather there is much better than it is here.
Not necessarily. Maybe near the Alps. Coast can be pretty rainy too.
What do you both?
Good question.
So both of us obviously work full time here on the van and on YouTube, editing videos and social media.
I don't think that counts exactly.
No, but we both have full time jobs outside of this as well.
I'm a graphic designer.
Hence the artwork on the
and generally an artist, so I do art all the time. Right now, basically, I can work kind of on contract basis.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't really have a lot of contracts because I keep working on the van, so I've had to sacrifice that side of my activities because we just don't have time. I'm literally studying. Heating and
you're building portfolio. You're mixing between building portfolios, doing work on the freelance.
We don't need to list my bucket because it will just depress everybody.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I at the moment also work. Well,
You work in a bank.
I work in a bank. However, at the moment, since that's shut because of the lockdown, again, I'm kind of now working in the supermarket. So it kind of switches between depending on if the bank is open or not.
Yeah, because he works in a travel bureau.
Yeah. So I work in a bank in the travel bureau inside a supermarket. So when that's shut, I just get transferred to the store.
Yeah, which is lucky because you know.
Yeah, very lucky. And it means that even if that goes under, I still can be transferred to the supermarket. Although it's horrendously busy, as you can imagine, at the moment. So it's juggling that and this and the van build and editing and
and generally, you're our social media manager.
Yeah.
And analyst and other things. So basically, we're generally employed sort of part-time in many jobs, so that's how we work full-time. And thankfully, all of this kind of diversity in different jobs that we have gives us a flexible schedule, which means that we can squeeze everything. So
we can kind of have like a couple of days together uninterrupted through any other work but the van. So like in the 2 or 3 days that we get off coherently, we just full out on the van build, and then I peck away at the video throughout the week, in and amongst everything else. And obviously all the planning for the van has to come within that time as well. We're usually up till like 2 a.m. researching something.
Yep, pretty much.
Always something.
Yeah. The problem is that I'm starting to forget what non-van build life is, which is a problem. Yeah. Because it's hard to find the rhythm after the van build's done. So that's why, changing it up today.
When do you think you'll have it complete? Multiple times, multiple questions asked. Well,
things have sped up now. So the timeline, it feels like it's taken a long time, though it hasn't per se been that long. So we bought the van about a year ago now.
Year and a half.
A year and a half.
Although
but we bought the van earlier than what we expected.
Nearly a whole year earlier.
Yeah.
So we were actually meant to buy it in March of this year. That was our original plan. However, when you find the perfect van, you buy it.
So we had to jump on it, but we hadn't finished all of our research and we hadn't finalized some key stuff.
Yeah.
So for about 8 months, we did small tasks here and there. We just sort of got the space ready.
We stripped it out and we fixed anything that needed fixing on it.
Yeah, and then about 6 months ago, we properly kicked up the build process. That we honestly knew roughly.
Yeah.
Honestly knew roughly what
honestly knew roughly what we were doing.
Sort of ish. Okay, you get the idea. But eventually we made some key decisions and we started building. So now we're hoping that by January we're gonna have the heating and electrics largely up and running.
Yeah.
Do not quote me on that. Please do not quote me on that. But if we're lucky, if the heating arrives and everything and we manage to figure it out, because we're going to have quite a few sort of videos. This is like open warning. We're going to have a few videos where we're staring at pipes and heat exchangers and wondering what to do with them. But as soon as
they will come together.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, basically heating and electrics. So heating and electrics by January. Then you're gonna see some cupboards probably coming up pretty soon. Yeah. And as soon as the cupboards are up, we can start cladding the walls.
Yeah, and we've got some interesting ideas for cladding the walls as well.
Which we have to think about whether that's a good idea. But okay, so when should be finished? Finished to its maximum specs.
Who knows?
Any minute now. Any minute now is the honest
the thing is, though, once the home is livable, so it's got electricity, it's got water, it's got heating, and it's insulated and got a wall on it and some storage space, chances are we'll probably take out and be living in it, and then we'll tamper away at other things like a tilting solar rack or recirculating shower and stuff.
Yeah, so the recirculating shower, the tilting solar panels, and the few of the more interesting and complicated things that we've got on the list are going to be sort of an ongoing process mixed in with us actually visiting places and going basically living because as we said, it's the build itself, if we're going at the rate that we're going, it's gonna take us another 2 years or something to actually get it to the complete perfect specimen that we have in our heads.
So we want to live in it as soon as it's possible to. That's the plan. As soon as it's possible to live in it, we're going to live in it, and we'll just tamper away at the other stuff that needs to be.
Yeah. So you seem to have
voiceover actor for a USA real estate. That's an interesting job. Maybe. I don't think I'd be very good at voiceovers.
Why not?
No.
You may not like your voice. I like it plenty.
What's your favourite place you've visited so far? New Zealand.
Yeah.
If you want more specific than New Zealand, I guess Taupo and the what are they called? The Mount.
The three mountains.
Mount Rupehu, Mount
Nakahuri. No,
Nakahuri.
Was it Nakahuri?
Nakahuri, Tongariro, and I don't remember.
Rupehu. Yes. So next to Taupo, there's a giant lake on the North Island, and then right next to that there's 3 volcanoes in series.
Yeah.
And you can go climb them and do hikes, and actually, that area was really nice.
Yeah. If you search through back the channel like 3 years ago, I think we did a video on the Tongariro crossing.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That would probably have to be our favorite place, and
because it was really kind of wild camping friendly. They had this so obviously the views and things were great, and they had a supermarket which was nice for kind of a more remotish area, but also they had a really nice rest stops that you can just park at and sleep. There was also during I think more peak season, there was actually like a farm that was also open, so you can go like park there as well, because they usually have a lot of freedom campers there. So I thought it was very accommodating. And then there was this really cool shower toilet place in the center of Taupo that you can pay I think it was $2, so like £1. To basically have a hot shower. Admittedly, you had hot water for 4 minutes. But that was plenty.
Yeah.
I managed to time my shower to 2 minutes. And then I had 2 minutes to relax. So I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely New Zealand. There was so many places in New Zealand that we loved.
Yeah. Anywhere close by. I like the food in Bulgaria and Italy.
Yeah.
And Vienna was pretty.
Yeah. Scandinavia was pretty as well. We only went for like a month.
Yeah.
So didn't really get to see
I would like
much.
to go to Scandinavia again.
Yeah.
That's an unoriginal wish, but
seeing as it's Christmas approaching made me wonder, when you finish the van, will you have space for a Christmas tree?
Yes.
Well,
I have pre-planned where to put it.
Have you? You haven't told me.
Yes, I did.
Where?
I told you, let's cut a Christmas tree in half and then we can stick it to the wall.
We can also have a mini Christmas tree in the front cabin like we did in our car in New Zealand.
True, we can. But but you can also have a big one, because we have a lot of open floor space in the van. But probably not that much to have like a Christmas tree right in the center, like a full one. So I thought, well, if we modify, obviously, a fake tree and modify it and cut it in half, and then basically stick that to the wall, so like the tree is coming out the wall. So that's been my sort of plan for a Christmas tree.
Plus we can draw a Christmas tree on the chalkboard.
We can draw a Christmas tree.
Do you watch any other van life YouTube channels?
Plenty, most of them actually.
If I was to try and list all of them, all the. Geez, the rain's being really loud.
I hope you don't hear the rain, but
got the microphone. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pretty much most van life is especially.
Yeah, we try and keep up with pretty much everybody. I mean, if it gets recommended and it's van life, we probably are gonna click on it. And
usually we stick to more European van lifers. So I mean, we follow the big American ones, the ones that went to South America and are now back, and Trent and Ali and those sort of people. But the smaller van lifers, most of them in the UK and Europe, we kind of follow. So yeah, we pretty much try and follow as many as possible, because for van build inspiration ideas, watching as many people as possible and taking inspiration from everyone is the best way to come up with ideas for your own build. And then Also, it's just great to see what other people are doing, and people who are in different countries, different sort of experiences. Some people have kids, some people have pets, so it's just really great to see different kind of people. Loves.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, there's what kind of toilet are we going with? We're gonna give composting, DIY composting toilet a go. We have plans how to build it and stuff. It's gonna start rather simple, and then if that doesn't work, then we're gonna advance from there. But we're gonna just try composting because we don't like the chemical toilets. I know they can be generally quite hygienic because it's a chemical, but we used one in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And I didn't particularly like the smell of the chemical, though it was sort of bearable. But
plus, it's a chemical.
Yeah, it's a chemical. And because we want to travel quite off grid and at any time of year, having the chemical toilet was actually really, really stressful in Scandinavia, because in Norway, maybe we didn't find the dump stations, but every dump station that we found
was closed.
As you passed, I think
the Arctic Circle, pretty much.
Yeah. So what was it? Trondheim. We passed Trondheim, and after Trondheim, every single place where we could dump our toilet was shut.
Yeah.
Because of freezing, they don't want the pipes to freeze, so they shut the hoses and things to clean out. And that was really stressful because we literally spent an entire day traveling. So each dump station was like an hour away from the other. So we actually drove like 4-5 hours up north, missing a bunch of stuff in between, trying to find
the toilet.
Yeah,
and fresh water.
And eventually we got to Tromsø the next day. And we begged the campsite to let us empty the toilet for a reduced fee, and they let us. Thankfully, they were really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Dig a hole and dump it in the hole. Well, with composting toilets, that's very easy to do, which is why we're more edging towards there.
Yeah, so if you're in the middle of nowhere, you have the chance to dispose of your waste responsibly, and also like you can put it or when you have like bins around, you can like put human waste bags or something like that.
Yeah, you have some special bags, but it's doable. Yeah. Tromsø is an amazing little place. Yes, it is.
Yes, we really liked it. We got some really nice night photography there.
I did get lost in the underground because they build all the motorways underground because it's on an island. So I got lost and was driving around in circles for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be the navigator, and he's like, which way? And I was like, I don't know. It doesn't tell me anything. And then because there's roundabouts there,
and everything's in Norwegian that have like 20 letter names.
But then there was one tunnel that said that had a height limit. The other ones didn't. But then one said height limit, and then he was meant to go in that direction, I think. But then we saw the height limit, and it was like, no, don't go that way, and then we just carried on going around that roundabout to gather our wits. Yeah, that was fun.
Here's a good question.
Yeah.
From Damaged Goods: if you could live in any other YouTube camper van conversion, whose would you live in?
Tricky. I don't remember the. Sometimes I don't remember the name. I just remember the van.
Go ahead, describe the van. I'll see if I can remember the name.
Oh man. Anything with a lot of open space. I like the ones that have the hidden showers. The first van that sort of I quite liked and got my gears turning for like a hidden shower was Kite Man. Sorry. I'm gonna get
Kite Van Man.
Yes, that one. So that was the first van that I like. Kind of they had a bit more kind of mid-ground open space and then a hidden shower.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one now.
That's what got me started.
I mean, there have been loads of great ones.
So many. But that's one I distinctly remember that it started me designing.
Yeah. What else? There was one where they had a Murphy bed fold down, and then in the front they had a shower that you pulled out from the floor.
Ooh,
but I
don't remember who it was.
No.
There was Alex and the one
Sarah
with
and Alex.
Sarah and Alex. Yeah, they now have a house, I think, and they convert vans. I love their vans. I love their vans because they're really open and wide. And although not all of them have like big open space, their window panorama is awesome.
Don't worry, your question's not invisible. It just takes us time to get to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Humble Road. If you've ever watched Humble Road, his charismatic character is great for this sort of stuff. Yeah. And his designs are quite meticulous.
Yeah. And they're really up my sort of streak
up
of
your
kind
alley.
of very, very innovative. Yep.
Jeez, okay, I hope you really can't hear this rain too much because it's really loud in this.
Where are we up to? Wow, you're
sorry, we're just going to try and catch up on questions for here. Let's take a few comments on your video. Speaking of electric, will you use a qualified electrician to check over it all? My dad's a battery chemist person, so he knows a lot about batteries and such.
Though it would be advisable that we do so. Yeah. So I think we probably will. Yeah. But first we're gonna try it ourselves. And my friend has like her dad is an electrician as well and stuff. So first we'll see if the people around us can check it, and we'll decide where to do it then. But
we probably will, and just for like safety, especially for insurance and stuff, it's just good to have things checked out and ticked off. Pretty much, but we do have a lot of connections for electrics. For gas, no.
For gas, no.
No, we don't have any connections for gas, but for electrics, we do. Looking good, both of you. Hope you're warm in there. We had the electric heater on the past half hour.
And actually, the reflectix and the insulation on the walls do an amazing job to retain the heat at the moment. Like, as soon as we put the reflectix up and we put the electric heater in here, magic.
As long as you don't open the doors.
Yeah, as soon as you open the doors, the heat you can see it coming out.
No.
But yeah, it's actually warm,
Yeah.
Where are we?
Here.
When do you think?
We're much further down than that.
Yeah, but we could miss a toilet comment, so I'm just double checking.
Who is your biggest inspiration of van build?
We kind of already answered that one. That's kind of
I get everybody. The people who got it into it first. The first ones that we noticed were
but generally. We sort of took kind of the community as a whole and collectively just kind of sucked all the ideas, and it was just kind of the feeling of the community and the lifestyle and the diversity. It wasn't like one particular example. It's kind of the innovation behind every single design. Everybody's so unique and individual.
Because we were in New Zealand a couple of years ago, we didn't have ideas about van life when we were there, but we were thinking about tiny houses. So that New Zealand presenter Bryce, he'd living small in a tiny house, or living big in a tiny house.
Yes.
He goes and tours tiny houses and unique, quirky,
and sometimes vans and
So he got us started thinking about alternative living, although we were thinking about that before, and then that kind of transitioned into van life just kind of along the way after we got back. So I guess that's where that started.
Yeah. And then it kind of snowballed. First we were gonna do a tiny house, but then like they're really huge. We're not gonna be able to move.
And we can't afford one. Can't even afford the land.
We can probably afford a tiny house. We can't afford the land to build it on, but like a movable tiny house, it's not practical for honest travel, you know.
Is it okay to ask, what is your budget for this van build?
The budget.
Our original, very rough budget.
It's flexible. Yeah. Luckily.
Our original budget, long ago, was £10,000 to buy the van and £10,000 to build it out from start to finish. Yeah. We were planning to have all the money before we bought the van, but we bought it early.
Yeah. Which also kind of slowed down the van build as well, because we're basically building and earning at the same time.
But at the moment, we're pretty much still on budget. The van was under 10,000. The van was 8.3.
Yeah, 8.1, I think.
Just over 8,000.
Yeah.
And we bought it because it was a really good deal. And then so far we're keeping a tally of everything, how much everything's cost.
We have a really cool Excel table.
Yeah, but at the moment we're on budget. The only large thing left to buy is the heating. We've got all the electric stuff. I guess it's just the heating.
And then we think probably the roof that's gonna pull the most money, and the fridge.
Oh, the fridge.
I keep forgetting the fridge.
The fridge is £700. I'm just hoping 12-volt fridges come down in the next year or two.
I don't think they have a reason to, but
100% make the solar tilt. Yeah, we've watched Geeky Philip, who did a very good video on showing how the solar tilt affects how much power you actually get.
Yeah, and also we got some ideas from the motorhomer, which Geeky Philip also runs here, and I can't remember who actually did the post on his forum, but they have a good idea of how to tilt the solar panels, kind of with hardware store stuff.
So tilting solar panels are a definite.
Yeah. So
have you picked up any crazy tips from other van channels? I'm always interested in what others are doing.
Crazy tips.
There are plenty.
I don't know whether like from other van channels. I'm sure they are. I just kind of I have like crazy stuff in my head that I know are truth. That I've gotten from everywhere. I just don't remember like somebody saying something like, "Aha!" That's who said it. We recently made the conclusion, because we're struggling with the van's weight. We keep having to recalculate it, and we're testing out really light materials to try and replace the heavy bulky stuff. And we came to the conclusion that anything that is light enough to be useful, it is bendy enough to be useless. Or weak enough to be useless. So it doesn't have to be bendy. So
we've bought 10 sheets of this ply here, this 3mm poplar ply, because it was the lightest thing. And it's quickly becoming apparent that for large surfaces like that, it's not the sturdiest of materials. So
it will do.
And especially on the walls, we're not going to be doing this. On the walls, we're going to be doing something different, at least for some of it.
But that's one of the pieces of wisdom I recently discovered. Crazy tricks.
If you're ever getting robbed in the middle of the night, if you hear someone breaking into your van, just scream.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I think I heard somebody barking. They didn't have a dog, but they were like started barking. Oh no! You can just jump in the front and turn on the van secretly, like so.
Yeah.
Like they can't see you, hear you, but just suddenly the van turns on.
And then they'll run away.
So that can be kind of crazy. What else?
Hi guys, just wanted to say thanks for your honest channel. Love the headliner video, how you just worked through the hiccups. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
There are a lot of hiccups. That's the thing about a van build. There are a lot of hiccups, and quite a lot more. We try and show the biggest ones, or as many as we can, on the videos that we do, whilst keeping them coherent. But
honestly, probably each hiccup can have its own 15-20 minute video.
Yeah, but just be prepared if you're building your own van, or well, you'll probably know if you've already built one. There are so many things that you plan and you think, right, this is how I'm going to do it. This is step A, B, C, D, and you're on step B 5.7, and you haven't got to step C yet, and you're wondering, it's been 2 days. Why? The headliner took us a week.
Headliner shelf took us a week.
Headliner shelf, on and off.
And I was planning to take 2 days for it, but then there was just another thing and another thing and another thing coming on, and usually. Be prepared for the plan that was not your plan to become the plan.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I'm doing a Sprinter headliner installation in Sweden, but are originally from New Zealand. Did van life there last millennium when it wasn't so hip? Keep up the great bid, Scott.
Will do.
Yeah. We lived in a car in New Zealand. We didn't do van life. We did car life.
It was a 7-seater.
It was a 7-seater. We stripped out the seats, put a foldable bed in a chuck
we have a particularly cringy video depicting the process in picture form.
Yeah. We didn't really film much of the conversion itself, but lived in there for 10 months, and there were definitely a lot of campers in New Zealand. Some better than others. Some well more maintained than others. Some poor little souls of cars. Needing to be jump-started and bearings squeaking and running on 3 cylinders.
The car that we had was 18, 19 years old.
And there were plenty that were more older than that.
Yeah, so he was a young soul. His name was Boomy, by the way.
Boomy.
Yeah. If we ever refer in, like something, because we sometimes just say, oh, Boomy did this, but we did that in their videos. That's what we mean. That's Boomy. Where the YouTubers work.
Just need to try and catch up.
Everything will work well for you. Yes. What's your favorite place?
Will you be having a fixed bed?
No.
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 So
short answer.
Yeah, we decided against the fixed bed idea. So no big garage at the back or the front.
Again, in Scandinavia, we had a van with that. We just the garage space, as useful as it is to store things like water tanks or the electrics or anything like that, we just found it a huge waste of space.
Yeah. And we're not going to store any like big bikes or anything. Anything like that really.
Yeah, I mean, if we were, or snowboard, skateboard, skis,
we probably will go with the fixed
garage
bed,
is the way to go.
But no, we decided that we want to prioritize the floor space. So we be able so then we can do things like this, like have a studio pointing in any direction for one. I like being able to walk from one end to the van to the other. I can take 7 to 8 steps and then wave my arms around without hitting anything.
I hate the corridors in some van builds, just as a personal thing.
To live in like every day.
I really don't like corridors. So that's the idea behind the openness of the space.
Yeah.
In terms of beds, there's going to be a couch at the front, so an L couch that will convert into a double bed.
Yeah. And we were going to do a Murphy bed. Right here, like where we're sitting,
folding down.
However, we calculated that that's going to be very material intensive.
Yeah.
So the van can't handle the weight. We are going to be testing out how comfortable it is to sleep on a Japanese futon, which is excellent that we're getting underfloor heating because that is on the floor.
Yes. Speaking of heating. What kind of heater are you fitting? We're putting the Truma Combi 40. It was amazing. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Which one? The Truma Combi 4. Yeah.
We had.
We had that one in Scandinavia.
It was good.
Yeah.
We in Scandinavia we only had like a 10 kilo LPG bottle and it was -10, so we ran out of gas in 4 days.
And I think the installation of the rented camper wasn't good, but regardless, the heater did keep us warm.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Yeah.
We were thinking about. We've got a whole video where we divulge into heating, but the short of it is we're really not comfortable with LPG. Not about just installing LPG, which we're not comfortable with that either, but it's about just having LPG on the van, so insurance, getting ferries and such. I know plenty of camper vans do it, but it's not something that we really wanted to do unless we absolutely had to. So for the heating, we are going with a glycol diesel powered furnace. So the furnace will heat up glycol, and then you'll have a pump that pumps that glycol through different sort of heat converters, so fan matrices. So you turn on the fan like the heating in an actual van, and that just provides hot air, and then we'll run that through a heat exchanger, and that can provide hot water for us. And then as a byproduct, I guess, we're going to snake it through the remainder of the floor, just to kind of keep the floor warm, since we're going to be sleeping on it, and so we don't get cold feet. Yeah. And we may as well. We're going to test it.
By the way, whoever removed the illicit comment, which I didn't see what it was.
I removed it at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Thank you for looking out for that, because I didn't spot it.
I got it.
And someone asked, can I ask a fashion question? You can.
What kind of fashion question? I'm not fashionable.
Yes. Not really. Anyway.
Good evening, Phil. Good to have you here as well. We will be needing your help more on electrics maybe a little bit later down the line.
Yeah.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Actually, we haven't touched it in some time.
No.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Okay, right.
Actually, one of the most popular asked questions that I've gotten, especially when meeting people, is where's my accent from?
Yeah. Okay. Before in depth before?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we'll give you 2 minutes to try and guess. If you already know, you can't guess. That's cheating. But try and guess.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see where people think.
I have had guests from every single continent.
Every continent.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm from the UK, so I'm boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have an accent.
I thought you told me that everybody has an accent.
How much would the solar tilt cost?
Yet to be determined.
Minus the cost of the solar panels, hopefully not a lot. We've been looking into it. We're hoping we can build it with...
I don't know, 100, 200 pounds?
Couple of £100.
Yeah.
We're hoping to build it with actuators and aluminium frame.
Yeah.
And we've already got the Unistrut on the roof. And we'll just bolt it to that and have it actuating up and down.
Yeah, we've had a chat with the O team on Instagram. They did like a big solar tilting roof
and actually,
with actuators. So
and actually, Neil here, Urban Explorer, he's done a great video on how to do tilting solar. So
so
there are videos out there that show how to do it, and they're not that expensive.
Yeah, at least I don't think they are.
If you build it yourself.
We just need to think it through because we don't have the budget to make that many mistakes with something like that. Plus, we don't want to like ricochet our solar panels off our roof, so we have to be careful. But hopefully not that much. We're trying to do it on a budget. Which one?
Add camper van to something and the price doubles.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes, it does.
And unfortunately, 12-volt fridges are only for camper vans.
Yeah.
Or boats.
Or boats, yeah. Which is a shame. But anyway, we'll bite the bullet eventually. But actually, that is how we sold our rather senior car in New Zealand for profit. Because we did the conversion on the car.
And we advertised it not as
a camper, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get the benefits of home. So suddenly this really old vehicle, which we did actually do quite a few repairs on. So it had like, it didn't have a new engine, but it had a bunch of other parts in it. So it wasn't a total wreck, but we did sell it for double what we bought it. Yeah.
Okay, right. I think it's been about 2 minutes. So what guesses have we got? We've got Romania, Netherlands. Is it Birmingham? I already know. That's that. Dutch. Okay. So none of you have got it.
The one is close, technically.
One is very close.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, I don't know. Do you even have an accent?
I don't actually think I have an accent. I can't hear my accent. I sound perfectly queenly British. And I can sort of change my accent depending on what I need, but I guess when I don't try, I don't know what I sound like. You say I sound American sometimes. I was born in Bulgaria, so I lived there for 10 years. My Bulgarian is my native language, and now I know English, so now I know 2 languages. Yeah. So
oh yeah, there you go, Bulgaria.
Yes, though. Did you type that after I said it?
No, they typed it before you, literally as you were talking, but before you said it, so they got it.
Well done. Yes. That is true.
Bulgaria. I don't know much Bulgarian, so.
Yeah. Though weirdly, we can be talking in Bulgarian like with my family and stuff, and then he just answers. You know, he can't speak Bulgarian, but he understands it enough that he can just answer a question without any translation, which is pretty funny when you're in the middle of it. What else?
Will your cat be traveling with you?
The cat that you have seen in the videos.
Our
no.
sweet little
pestering monster.
Threat of a little creature.
No, she's not going to be coming in the van with us, but we will have a cat in the van eventually.
Yeah, we want her to come in the van with us. Let's just say that she's quite a nervous wreck around
closed
doors and unknown things. So if we ship her off to Bulgaria in our van with us, I think she would freak out. You know, Hey from Moana, where it wakes up on the boat and looks out and there's only ocean. That will be our cat.
Yeah.
So and she might do something stupid.
She'll pee all over the van in fear.
Yes.
I'm not having that cat peeing smell in my van.
So we would love to have her with us, but I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah.
We might try and do a UK trip, just take her out for a day and see how
I
she
think
does.
we'll first try and close the doors without her starting to cry, because
she can come in the van, but as soon as we close the door, she panics.
Yeah, the thing is, and also like when you close the van doors, you can't close them gently. They're loud and they're sort of really kind of trollish, monsterish. So it will probably have to be a kitten trained from birth to live in the environment. So unfortunately, she will not be coming, but we will have a kitten eventually.
Yes. But when the van is mostly done, then we can van train the kitten from birth.
Yeah. Plus, I want to get used to living in the van, just us first, and then add a cat to the equation.
Yeah.
Plus, traveling is going to get even more complicated now, just with 2 people as it is.
Yeah.
When do you think? Yeah. Next question.
You're well behind on the chat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to make sure that nobody is left out.
Talking of refrigerators, have you thought about chest freezer converted into a fridge?
Chest freezer?
Good question, Barry.
I haven't.
No.
How would that work?
I mean, I know you can convert fridges into freezers they can have multiple settings. Never heard of a fridge being turned into a freezer before. A specific freezer, so... No. I don't know. Haven't thought about it. I'm not too sure about top-down fridges versus side-opening fridges, which one we prefer. I prefer a side-opening one, but then
for the convenience, kind of how you arrange things.
Yeah.
But we haven't discounted the top-opening ones.
Because the top-opening ones are more efficiency.
Yeah, but they do take more space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just reading. Okay. Hi, also Suki and Paul here, NDO team. Hello. Yay. Everybody's here.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. We're just rambling here.
When will it fully be built?
Yeah, we answered that earlier. As soon as possible. Hopefully by January we'll have it looking more like a home that's heated with electrics, I think.
In January, the electrics and the heating, fingers crossed, should be done. So probably by next summer we'll have most of the livable stuff in, and we'll probably maybe go somewhere next summer. Obviously dependent.
I want to go somewhere this winter, please. I have to go somewhere.
I can't be locked up in here.
We honestly haven't gone anywhere since March.
Yeah.
Yeah, since March. We haven't gone anywhere. We haven't even...
Oh, no. Rome was February.
We went to Rome February, 2 weeks before this hit.
Yep, so we went to Rome beginning of February. We saw...
Antica Ostica and other places.
Antica Ostica and all that. We weren't in the van. We flew back.
Yeah.
The so aforementioned current medical situation was not really there at that time, so we missed it by literally 2 weeks.
We haven't gone anywhere since then. We haven't even sneaked a trip anywhere.
Actually, the furthest we've been is we drove our friends back to and from Heathrow Airport.
Yes. Yeah.
We went down to Bristol, to Heathrow, back to Bristol,
but
back home.
That was in March.
That was in March.
That was in March.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going crazy now. You know? It's like build, eat, sleep, do a video.
Head for the Highlands.
Oh. I would love to.
Yeah. I just really want the heating. We can rough it. This at the moment is more converted than our car in New Zealand, pretty much. So we're fine with roughing it. We really don't care. I just kind of want some heating, because otherwise condensation.
It takes 3 months to get a pet passport.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Who knows what will happen after December? But
I'm too depressed about the changes going on to.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're still an EU citizen.
But I happened to be married to you, and it would be pretty suckish if I leave you behind to go woohoo and party in Europe.
It will be.
So I'm afraid I'm stuck with you.
For better or for worse. Wasn't that in the vows?
We didn't have any.
No.
We didn't bother with any.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on comments.
I'm really curious what the fashion question was. If you have a question, just ask it.
Yeah, the pet passports are really messed up at the moment. Oh. The thing is, like we said, we'll be travelling by ourselves first, so I guess if we get a kitten in the van, I guess it will be a 3-month-old kitten by the time we can go outside the UK. But
yeah, but we can probably still
we'll travel in the UK.
At what point do you, at what age do you actually get kittens? Because they have to.
Like you can get them at 6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks, right?
I think.
Okay. 6 weeks is. Yeah, month and a half.
Cat and dog worried about their passports. Yep.
Yeah.
Worried about.
Actually, I read yesterday something about that. It's actually going to take like 4 months with the new things coming into play.
Yeah.
To do. Is it get a passport or get them like checked out like medically, like vaccinated or other things, like things to be approved?
I mean, all this is obviously to change. Who knows how solid it is.
Self tracking. What's the thing about tracking? I missed something.
That's all about the self-tilting.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Guys, I finally weighed the van, uprated. It came today. It's now 4.4 ton GMV.
Good going. Yeah.
How did you get about reclassifying it or upgrading it? Like, how much did that cost? I'm curious.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we've been discussing this now. If maybe a year ago we thought about it more, we might have got a 5. I don't see it. The chat's still coming through.
Okay.
Have we frozen, guys? Or is it just our end?
Have we frozen?
Oh, there we go. Mine's back.
Are we back on?
You need to press play. There you go.
Okay, right. Okay, so we're back.
All right.
Sorry. Okay.
I blame the rain.
You blame the rain for what?
The internet interruptions.
Oh, right. Okay. Where were we? I forget what we were saying.
Do you happen... Hey, guys, from Suki Pool, do you happen to know the 100%, 50% and 10% voltage readout on your lithium setup? Not quite. We haven't played around with the BMV and the we haven't connected everything up yet.
So do you have a problem? You can message us and we can have a look.
But we haven't got around to finalizing that up. We were meant to, and then we kind of built some other stuff.
We built parts of the kitchen and the wall. But yeah. Oh, how long have we been married? 2 years?
2 years, two and a bit. August of 2018. So yeah, 2.5 years nearly.
Cool.
2.5 years, apparently.
Yeah. So that's that.
Looking forward to the finished build.
Me too.
Haven't begun my build, but I'm still in the research process anyway, so hopefully the UK will be a more reasonable place by then. Quite frankly, I would say...
It's always good to be an optimist.
Yeah. In terms of if you're really serious about van building, vans are a bit more expensive nowadays due to this whole thing going on and everyone wanting to order stuff online. So I'll just have a look out for vans, and if you find one that is great for you, like it ticks all the boxes, good vans go quick. So just kind of periodically look, and if one pops up, then if you have the budget for it at that point in time, I would just jump in. I would just go for it, because that's kind of what we did. We were just kind of curiously looking, and it only took us a week to find something that we really liked, and the conversation pursued that evening. Should we actually go and buy it? Go and buy? Yeah. And then the next day we were down in Cornwall and looking at the van, and that was that.
It suddenly happened. Yeah. Have you thought about one of those cheap Chinese diesel heaters, €100 on eBay?
We have.
I don't know enough about the heating and how the heaters work to feel comfortable improvising with them, I think.
I mean, with electrics, I'm a lot more confident. with mechanics in
Weirdly.
with mechanics in cars and vans, I can fix most things. With electrics, I'm okay now, but with gas and with heaters and things like that.
Diesel heaters.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're similar to car engines in terms of there's a thing that burns fuel and such like that, and it's similar to a coolant system in a vehicle, but I'm not confident enough to be able to play around with that sort of thing.
I'm more like, I'll be more confident if I find I like to know that what I'm buying is gonna work. The problem with any of the Chinese stuff is that you don't entirely know whether this is just an exact copy of the professionally properly built stuff and then just put a different case on it, which would then work just fine, or it's a knockoff.
Yeah.
If I can find out like a trail to know what I'm buying, then that is fine. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose you can buy a cheap one, and if it breaks, you have the money to buy a second one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling. It doesn't let us buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually we might mature to the idea. Yeah. We'll see, but it takes time to get to that point.
The BF Goodrich 80 tires for the van, the standard off-roading chunky tires.
The ones that you've been fawning over.
No, not at all. They're good tires. They are good tires. They're expensive.
Every time he passes a van with them or something like that, he's like, "We're getting those tires. We're getting those." I was like, "Okay, write them down."
Okay, I'll tell you my problem with them.
Oh, you have a problem with them?
I do.
Not just the money.
Not just the money. The problem with them is that they're really good off-road tires, or like four-wheel drive, four-wheel grip. Like if you're going on dirt tracks, snow, ice, they're brilliant. But for 90% of the time, we're going to be on motorways and tarmac tracks.
Well, we don't have to be.
We don't have to be, but we probably will be. And
I don't want that.
The problem is that off-road tires are made of a softer rubber, so they wear out quicker than normal road tires. So they're more expensive than normal tires, and also they'll wear out quicker on regular roads than normal tires. So I'm a bit unsure on that part. I mean, sure, you could have two sets of tires, one for off-roading and one for normal van, or one for winter. That could work, but then you have to figure out where to store 4 tires.
Yeah, there's kind of no space. Plus, we just said we're not going to have a garage. If you have a garage, that's where you could store them. Yeah. But actually, tires take more space than I think. Like when you actually put them inside a space, they take up a lot of space. And you just don't think that.
How they reclassified the van. Called a guy called John, sent a few details, paid 190 quid and a new plate. Call a guy called John.
I see. So you didn't have to like put extra suspension on it or something? I don't know. Would it be like something strengthening?
Yeah, I thought you'd have to strengthen the chassis or add. Said the 5-ton vans usually have a 4-wheel back axis or something, but
yeah, I don't know. Are you sure that that's been done? Call the guy.
Just a guy called John.
You know how many Johns that there are around? That's good.
There you go, Paul. Yeah, Phil has said the BMW will test their batteries, so
okay, that's good.
Fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right. I was looking.
With all the diesel heaters and vans, the only one I've heard breaking are the ones that were installed badly. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have heard of some that, like, I guess, conk out sooner than they should. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I guess if you're inexperienced, you pay for the safety net, I guess, of it. We're looking at Webasto and Ebersprecher. They're the expensive American good quality.
They're not American. They're German.
German. I meant German.
They're German.
Sorry.
You're gonna get shot now.
They're the good quality German-made furnaces. They're built for this sort of stuff. They're very well made. I'm sure plenty of other cheaper heaters that are like even a tenth the cost can do exactly the same for the same amount of time. It's just really not in my ballpark of expertise, and I don't feel comfortable. So maybe not for this fan, maybe for the next one. You know, there's always a next one.
Oh yeah, I'm already planning a few. Only I have to keep restraining myself because I haven't finished this one. But occasionally I have like folders of like different projects, and I sometimes add to them when something comes up. We have top 5 essential items, gadgets in full-time van life in van conversion.
Top 5 essentials. A portable power bank.
Yes. Yeah.
So one of these. I mean, if you can get one of these that can charge laptops at 19 volts through USB-C, that's even better. We're planning on getting a few that can only charge phones.
Yeah, definitely that.
One of those, because then any cafes or other stuff, like you can go and charge them up externally and then just take that out with you and charge your laptop up whilst you're working on the beach or wherever.
Yeah.
So I would say one of those.
Oh man, why do I always draw a blank?
Gadgets. There's like a whole list of gadgets we've got.
Thing is, when I think about essential, I think, well, I can go without that. I can go without that. I can pretty much go without most things.
I would say, actually,
actually, like a portable camping stove. I was thinking.
Yeah, even if you have an LPG oven or an electric cooktop, I'd say one of those £10 portable gas top things where you just put the refillable gas canisters in.
Yeah.
I'd say one of those because if everything fails, then you have somewhere to cook, and also it's so portable that you can go and cook out wherever you want and take it with you.
We cooked on that sort of stove for 10 months while living in our car in New Zealand, and we made some pretty cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
It makes you be inventive. So yeah, that's an essential.
I don't know whether it would be essential, but everything that you have in your van that runs on battery power, try and make it so that they're all rechargeable batteries rather than having to plug the device in like by itself. So you get an electric screwdriver or something, and when it runs out of charge you have to plug the screwdriver back in. Always have something that runs on battery power, because you can have multiple batteries. So for our camera, when one battery runs out, we put that to go and charge and grab the fully charged one.
I have a hot water bottle.
Hot
water bottle, because again, if things fail, then and then with your portable camping stove, you can heat up some water and put it in your hot water bottle and put that in your sleeping bag. Actually, it's good to have a sleeping bag around as well, but I suppose that's not an essential. So basically, if things fail,
have backups.
Have the backups.
I guess that's essential.
I suppose you can put it in your blanket.
A generalistic essential. If things fail, have a backup.
Yeah.
So if your water system fails, have a like just a little water tank that you can use. I would say another thing is a jerry can filled with some diesel, because if you're in the middle of nowhere and you run out of fuel, you can at least put 5-10 litres in and get your van somewhere. So I would say a jerry can with diesel in.
Okay, so I think that's 5 or 6 now, so that's
I'm not sure how van life essential they are, like how van life specific they are, but
well, sort of. Yeah, eventually we'll probably make a video specifically on that. Yeah. I'm just waiting to live in the van a bit more.
Started my Reflectix on my Sprinter, absolute nightmare.
Your hairline is on point. Whose hairline? His?
My hairline. See how.
By the way, I've been giving him haircuts since March.
So if you go back to before March and you notice a seriously different me, that's why.
Yeah.
But I don't, so.
Yeah. Don't ask me to give you haircuts. I wouldn't trust me. Other than with his hair.
I barely trusted you.
Hey! Okay, fair point. The first time it took me 2 hours to finish the haircut. I was really timid. I was like... I was like, this little section here, then check the other side. I know. It took ages. Yeah. I was sweating.
Diavo, if you've seen our video on Reflectix...
we have someone from India.
Yeah,
Hi.
If you've seen our video on Reflectix, like, basically make sure that you actually need it and are going to install it sort of the right way to make sure you have an air gap for it. Yeah. And if you are, then what's the help for? What's the trouble?
Yeah, what's the trouble?
I mean, I guess... Yeah.
If it's like the problem is like with sticking it up or something, like maybe it's sagging, we used some adhesive, like fabric adhesive, to use like trim fix.
Fabric adhesive and stick it to the metal parts as much as it's possible.
Yeah, and that actually just keeps it nice and taut.
And then you put the framing over the top, and that straps it back, so there shouldn't be any bulging.
Yeah. So
if you do it the other way around, that might be more tricky, because then you have to glue it to the wooden beam. So. yeah, it depends how you install it.
Okay.
Sorry, just catching up on comments.
Yeah.
Geez, you guys like talking a lot.
That's good. That's good. Tires, commercials, no, yes.
Okay, we'll message you on Instagram about how they wait. I'm pretty sure that's not, you just didn't call a guy named John. How do you plan to cook?
How do we plan to cook? Right.
We'll get more into
we are going
this.
to save some money so we can actually have some electrically powered appliances to do our cooking.
Yeah.
Because we don't want LPG.
Yeah.
We've been going back and forth when we've made a decision multiple times. We're gonna say, okay, we're gonna do LPG. We're gonna install this. We're gonna have.
Sorry. Help is that you need 30 arms to keep it nice and taut for the air gap. Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess if it's only one of you, then that's really difficult. Try and hire some people. Hire some friends and get them to... Well, if you spray it on the back and then kind of go up like that and push it, maybe it might help a little bit.
It might do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do it in chunks. So like cut it up and do it in a more...
Yeah, so don't try and do a whole wall. Try and do it in chunks.
Yeah. I mean, that introduces more cuts, so you have to use more foil tape. But it's easier to manage, especially if you're doing it single-handedly. Like, it was tricky enough doing it, two of us, you know. Especially when you do kind of long pieces kind of at the top. But yeah,
right, back to cooking.
For the cooking, so we're gonna take our time on the cooking. We're gonna start with our camping stove first as we move in, and then we're gonna see what kind of options we have for cooking with electrics. Like, I like those kind of 3-in-1 convection microwave ovens. I really like one from Panasonic, which is only like 1,000 watts, but it's still a lot of watts for a portable home.
And
so
electric cooktops like the induction hobs and stuff.
Yeah.
But essentially, it boiled down to we didn't want to just install an LPG tank for the cooking, which means we have to buy an LPG oven just for the cooking.
Yeah.
So at the moment, whilst we're saving enough money and possibly even extending our battery bank to be able to support such a thing, because we need to buy an inverter as well, we're just going to use those portable gas hobs. We've got plenty of them. We can refill those canisters, so that should be fine.
Yeah, but because we decided to go with diesel for the underfloor heating benefit and the heat exchanger stuff, diesel can heat the glycol mixture a lot more efficiently than LPG can, which is... In short, that is why we're in a situation that we're in now. Yeah. Because
and LPG. This is all in our previous video, but LPG is getting a bit harder to find in Europe. It's definitely not impossible, and it's definitely not difficult if you pre-plan ahead.
But then, if we go in really cold areas, then that becomes a problem.
If we don't want to move for 2 months and hunt out the Northern Lights.
Yeah, and I want to peacefully, test out my night photography without having to worry that my gas is gonna freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, liquefy.
Yeah.
What is it? Yep.
Yep. Pretty much. So.
My chat keeps flicking to the bottom, so I keep doing track of where I am.
Question: are you fitting any exterior lights?
Exterior lights, like on the outside of the van?
Probably on the sliding door. I really like some. When you open the sliding door up, they light up on the top.
Yeah, we could do that eventually. I wasn't planning on it at this moment, but we're definitely getting a what is the kind of headlight light bars, I think.
Yeah.
Because when we're driving...
Actually, Neil, you've installed something similar to that.
Yeah. We had... when we're in Scandinavia... they got so dark, like in the national parks and things like that you couldn't see a thing with your full beam on, and everybody there actually had an additional light bars, or those kind of attached to their like the front rail and stuff, because obviously they knew that you couldn't see anything, but we didn't.
So we were driving along at 5 miles an hour, going up this hill, trying not to hit the sticks and veer off in our rented camper van.
Yeah. And actually this fog came down as well, so we couldn't see a thing anyway. But we're definitely getting a lighting bar.
And I would say maybe lights on the roof. Like, so if we're sitting on our roof deck up above, then we can have lights.
You need to have some sort of... I probably have some light that you can take in and out, probably. But maybe some sort of stand that kind of goes on top. Yeah. Right,
still on the fence about LPG. I hate cooking on electric hobs. Yeah, I have noticed that gas hobs seemingly always heat up faster than electric hobs.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just my perception. Maybe it's just...
Well, your parents' one is very slow. Yeah.
I don't know.
But the induction ones are different. The induction ones do it immediately.
Yeah, light bars are amazing, but I go for at least one yellow and one white. Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Why is that? I've never heard that.
Well, no, you know we've got a white light and a yellow light.
Yeah.
And it balances each other out.
Okay.
And also they refract off different kinds of materials, so it's better.
Right.
Otherwise, you could be blinded. If you have white light refracting back at you, you'll be blinded.
Okay, I didn't know that.
How did you start your YouTube series and video editing and everything?
It was a very slow, cringy process of filming. Starting to try and do travel vlogs and stuff, and just trying to film and then speak on camera without sounding like a tree and a complete robot.
So what we did is we went to New Zealand. What was it? 4 years ago now?
I don't know anymore.
2017. Yep, nearly 4 years ago.
2016. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. We went there.
Oh yeah, 2016. You're right. Nearly 5 years ago. Oh, I feel old. Yeah, it was when we were 19. We're nearly 24 now.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So we went to New Zealand and we didn't really know what we were going to do there. But we wanted to travel. That's why we went there in the first place. So I worked for a couple of months and then we decided to...
And it was just trial and error, just try and film, and then we were like, well, I'm not posting this. This is like horrible. Like I wouldn't watch this. It's like it's not working.
Long days in Auckland libraries, editing and thinking and...
Yeah, it was just basically like that was like our student years. Like I was learning how to animate and social media. I wasn't very much into social media before that, so I had to kind of join the 21st century, which was weird.
It started out as kind of travel advice almost, then segued into travel vlogs, and then once we'd come back, so we went to New Zealand, we went to Thailand, we went to Malaysia, a couple of places in Europe, and we came back, and then we kind of had a shift in our perspective from, okay, we're back, what do we want to do now? And that's where the tiny house went from into van life, and then we started thinking about that, and it kind of just segued into there. We're kind of...
It was just a natural process of what's happening in our life, and then just learning to do it well by making a lot of mistakes.
I think this channel is more going in the sense of whatever we're doing at the moment in time is what we're going to be documenting.
It's usually related to alternative living and stuff.
So I'd say alternative living or alternative lifestyles has been the core element of our channel since it began, but it kind of just floats around.
Yep.
In and around that.
So. We have been going for 75 minutes.
What's the time? 10:06. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm still good.
Well, we'll answer questions for as long as we can and see where we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Stoves, vans, heaters again. Bye, Phil. Phil's left.
I already said bye.
Oh, okay. He's probably left already.
That was like 20 minutes ago. Keep up.
I told you I'm a slow reader.
Yellow for fog and mist.
Oh, so you can see yellow better in the...
Yeah, it must be the way that it refracts.
I haven't tested it out enough. I don't really drive. I want to, but I don't like all the cars around me, which is an essential condition of driving.
Yeah. The light bars seem to be super useful for many people on here. Yeah. So the light bars.
If you have recommendations of which light bar is best to get, please leave your recommendations, because I haven't started our research yet. We need to think about how we're going to mount it on the roof. So we're still designing how the roof rack's going to be, and I need to remember to leave something on the front to attach it.
But it's easy because of the uni-strut that we've got on the roof. It's just really easy to attach generalistic things as long as we have enough space.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think we're nearly at the bottom now.
How do you earn a living on the road? we mentioned that a bit earlier, but like, so I'm a graphic designer, and I can basically run that business and grow that business from, the road, as long as I have internet. And it's just this channel gives us some income, and it might hopefully grow, in the future. So that might give us some. At the moment, we don't have like that much income to take, to be earning on the road, but
I guess we'll just have to see what happens where it comes, and we'll just go with whatever.
But it'll be largely setting up businesses like through me, through my art and things like that. Running like Freedom Strider or things like that. Whatever opportunities come our way, we'll find them. We'll go with the flow, you know. And if there's a problem, we'll just stop somewhere, get a job, and save them some money.
Yeah, in New Zealand, I got a job for like 3 months. A job that paid enough so that we could save that and then spend the remaining 8 months traveling. So I guess something like that.
And yes, we're both 23 at the moment.
Yeah.
Apparently. I frequently forget. I have no idea. Yeah.
Frequently forget. Yeah, people ask my age. I have no idea. I know I'm born in 97.
Have to do the maths.
That's it. I'm born in 97. You do the maths. I don't know what year it is at the moment. Actually, no, I do. It's 2020. It goes on forever, and it will go on forever.
Have I missed something? Because let's keep counting to the end.
Yes, the little shelf light. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, literally the ones that just mounted up there. Good for reading. Good for slamming your hand when you're waking up.
Slamming your hand.
Yeah, slamming the hand on the wall to try and find the light switch to turn on as you're waking up in the morning.
Still connect to internet.
Okay, unlock your phone. Maybe we need to.
Maybe it's the wind.
There we go.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Cool. Sorry, we froze for a moment. I don't know whether it freezes on your end, but
it does.
Yeah,
it does. I think. I think it's something to do with the way we're running this through 4G because we're in the van and we don't have Wi-Fi yet.
Yeah. Also, if you have recommendations for how to get good Wi-Fi and stuff in the van, please tell us.
Yeah. European Wi-Fi. That's been a bane of my existence so far.
Yeah.
I can get unlimited UK 3G, but not unlimited Wi-Fi in Europe. Yeah. So sorry, back to the reversing cameras. So you fitted 2 cameras, one pointing back and the other for reversing parking. Works very well. Do you have one? The van,
came with one,
it came with a reversing camera that only activates when we're in reverse.
Yeah, and we want to do it so we want to change it so we have a button so we can actually see back whenever we want.
Yeah, so like essentially a back camera for like when we're on the motorway.
Yeah.
So I just need to take apart the wiring and figure out. I know where the line is up there, and it comes all the way to the front. I just don't know after the headliner where it goes.
Yeah.
So we'll rewire.
I haven't tried reversing yet. I've driven a few times at night when there's no cars, but we always swap before we have to park.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't want to take out the neighbors' cars.
Yeah, vans get a fair bit of getting used to.
Feels like you're on a cloud.
Yeah.
You know, you have like no reference to where you are.
But I would definitely say I wouldn't be able to park the van without a camera on the back. I can use the mirrors just to change lanes, very simple stuff, but anything where you're trying to park without a camera, I don't know how you do it. I know some people do. Some people do it without a camera.
And you're very, very skilled. Well done. It's amazing. I don't even want to park it with the reversing camera.
Also, having a second person helps.
True.
You hop out the van and you tell me if I'm going to hit something. And you say, stop.
Beep, beep.
Oh, we also have parking sensors. So stuff that beeps at the front or the back. Which is helpful to a degree. Although I would say maybe even getting parking sensors on the side. You know, if you turn a tight bend and the inside of the van will hit a curb or something, then maybe parking sensors on the side.
After having the van for a while now, do you have any regrets about the Crafter? No, I don't think so.
Let's think. Nothing's gone wrong. We've had to replace the battery, but that's pretty much normal maintenance.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's a regret, but it's an annoyance.
Yeah.
The oil filter location.
Yes.
I have a grievance to pick with the person who decided to put it in that location. It is buried in the middle of the engine. On most cars that I've worked on, I've worked as a mechanic before, by the way. So most cars that I've worked on, the oil filters are just underneath the vehicle or on top, and you just unscrew it. Very simple.
Yeah.
Why did they bury it in the engine with a plastic knob on the top?
Yeah.
So you have to use a 32mm socket, and it goes on a plastic knob, which can wear away. So eventually that's going to wear off.
Yeah,
Why?
so that's been a bit of a bummer. I mean, I do sort of miss having straight walls, but I don't really regret it. It's just a byproduct of doing a van conversion.
You want to see where the T4's oil filter is located? No, I don't.
No.
If that's your comment, then no, I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't have nightmares. We don't have a T4 yet.
We only have a crafter.
No, I don't really have regrets. No. I'm quite happy with it. I like the cab area as we did in the beginning.
That's the main reason we picked a crafter over a sprinter.
Yeah.
The cab area, the driving kind of position, where the windows are all located.
Oh, the windows are in the same place.
No, the front ones. The pillars were in a slightly different location.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Or from where I was sitting, they were.
Okay.
Yeah, any van that you want, no matter how much you think you want it, go and test drive it. Yeah. Go and test drive it. Test drive as many as you can, and then figure out which type of van you like the most, and then go from there. Because if you think, oh, I love the Sprinter for its back cab location, but hate driving it...
Yeah. Which is how you travel.
Yeah.
Which is important. You have to be safe when you travel. Because I think on the Fiat Ducato, you don't like the... there's a blind spot
where
right there.
Where the A-pillars between the windscreen and the side windows are. A huge
like
blind spot.
Yeah.
Huge blind spot. I don't know how they can get away with it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm awkward in terms of... Maybe they're catered for smaller people.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cheers. Looking forward to more video updates. They're coming. Thick and fast and as quickly as I can edit them, they're coming.
Yep. How long do you plan on living in the van, or do you see it as a permanent thing? We have no plans per se.
We have no plans.
We have no plans. Hopefully a few years. We might get land somewhere. In the 10-year plan is to get land somewhere. That's all we know. We're gonna just travel and see where the wind takes us.
Eventually we would. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. It just keeps starting and stopping. Oh. We're probably gonna end soon, probably. So we're just gonna get through these ones.
But yeah, the van is pretty much going to be a permanent living place for us for a while.
Yeah, which is why we're putting so much care into picking like good systems, like the heating.
It's not going to be like a month trip here out of the year. It's going to be the majority of the year.
The bio team.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're going soon. Okay.
Yeah, you can get a SIM card in the country like you can in the UK.
Yeah, you can.
That's the best workaround. Well, workaround that we've seen. I guess we'll just have to do something like that. Have like a little folder filled with SIM cards from 20 odd countries.
Okay.
Love that it's sharing and sharing. There's an alternative and practical and economically positive option to the common narrative. There always is. Yeah, you just have to find it.
There's always an option.
Always an option. You just have to find it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about problem solving. Like I said, even if that wasn't a plan, make it the plan and make it work. And if you don't have the budget to buy the new materials, just make it work with whatever you've cooked up to begin with. Even if if it's not what you planned, it's okay, as long as at the end it's something that you're happy with. So it's always a good mindset to have. Hi both of you.
Talking of fridges, have you considered using a chest freezer and converting it into a fridge?
We already answered that one.
We already said to this.
Yeah. We already answered that one. It's fine. Yep.
If one of you hasn't driven much in the past, is an insurance insanely expensive with both of you on the policy?
I actually make the policy cheaper by tacking me on, weirdly.
I don't know, right?
For some reason, it's cheaper to have 2 drivers, even though one hasn't driven that much. I still have my driver's license is only a year younger than yours.
Yeah.
So
you passed your test a year after me.
Yeah. So for some reason, I make it cheaper. So yeah. So it's
no
fine.
idea.
Yeah. They don't really know my driving experience.
No.
You know. So
they never asked. Although our policy only has like 6,000 miles a year on it.
Yeah, it's not much at the moment.
Because we're not driving anywhere, and we're definitely not going
Plus,
to go
on the
large.
we did like 2 insurance videos on it, and on there we said that basically the insurance company we're with, we're not going to be with it when we're traveling. So we'll see how that pans out later.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so we're insured now as we're building.
Yeah, and to build up those zero no years claims discount stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Because I haven't driven. I've driven, but not much in the UK.
Yeah.
Previous to this van, drove plenty in New Zealand, drove in Europe, not in the UK, and that doesn't count.
Okay. So, so I'm actually at the end of the chat.
Yo, well done.
Finally.
I think I'm nearly there. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Pretty much at the end.
Okay.
Hope we can travel with you one day. You both seem kind of fun. I hope we can travel with a lot of people one day.
Yeah, I miss meeting people.
I really do.
It's like, of course, like everything's been cancelled this year, so we haven't seen anybody.
There's been no Camp Quirky, no...
Yeah, so nothing's been like... so it would be nice to see people again and to actually go and convoy somewhere. That's fun. You know, and actually have the house built. Though, one advantage of the lockdown, it gives us time to build the house before we're whisked away by travel. You know, so...
Although everything takes much longer to get here. You know, via post.
Via post. Well, most things we can't go to the store and buy anyway. So, yeah. Okay, so... I don't see any more questions coming in. So, I think we're probably going to end it here now. Because it's been 91 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never had a live stream that long.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great having a chat with you. It's really great to have you here. If you enjoy this and you'd like us to do more live streams, then please let us know, because we would love to have a chat with you again.
Yeah. And there's an excellent sentiment there, Neil. There's no wrong way to build a van build. It's each built by a person for their needs.
Yeah.
That's what you say. Exactly. Everyone has their own way of building their van. Just build it to however you want to be comfortable living in it, and that's all that matters.
Yep. Okay, so that's it. We are, gonna go edit the sliding door cladding now. Yeah.
Right.
So, okay. Bye-bye. How do we stop this?
I have no idea. Never stopped one before.
Yes, you have.
On these computers. Okay. Right. Guys, thank you very much for joining us, and we will catch you next week in our next week's video.